Hello, Worlds Apart superfans! My name is Kim. I'm the writer and director of Worlds Apart. Thank you for joining me as I go through the final pass of feedback for episode 2, Chaos and Donuts. So this is the first time that we've actually put all the animation together in the one pass. So this one's a little later than episode 1, so a bit closer to the deadline for when I'm actually doing this. So again, I don't know how much of this feedback we're going to get in. We're also lucky enough to have another animator working on this now too. So this feedback will go to him. Well, with that, let's jump into the episode as it is and have a look at what we're working with. So I've already watched through this once before, so I got an idea about what I'm going over. So for this one, I'm actually just going to be going through bits as I kind of talk about the episode.
Who ordered their donuts for breakfast?
First off with this one, first thing I'm going to put in here is... So first thing I'm actually going to pick out on this one to start off with is audio. The background audio on this one is really strong. So drop in this one to turn down the background tracks. Both of the when listening to it, both the background music and the sound effects, both of them are not in balance. They're not really good. You know, I'm actually pretty fortunate I got good headphones here to listen to, but neither of those two are working really well together. So first off's an edit one. Let's actually turn down those background sounds because it's distracting and not easy to listen to. A couple other things here which are kind of just bugging me as we're kind of drifting across screen. We've got just a black back here. I don't know what that black is, whether it's just the edge of... I'm not sure what it is, but there's just black back there. So let's get rid of the black. Get rid of the black. Rid of black. This one's probably a minor one as well, but his finger timing here, when we actually watch the fingers, they're a bit slow. So fingers are slow if you're, mashing a game. I don't know about you guys. I've played heaps of these. You do not just kind of tap very gently. Playing video games is fun. It's full on. You're usually going really hard on those buttons. So, technically, I guess there wouldn't be too many buttons. There'd be an up and a down. But just for his fingers, I'd like to see his fingers moving faster. Fingers faster. Because I think that's probably a pretty big one here for that, is his fingers are just a bit slow.
Who ordered their donuts for breakfast?
The other one, the cursor in the middle here, it's a little distracting because it speeds up and slows down inconsistently. It'd be really nice if we could actually get that to have a consistent pace as it bounces around. I know that's probably going to be a little bit harder to try to do. It's really low on my list of things to get fixed, but having that kind of consistent would be fantastic. Otherwise, this one's nice. We've got blur in the front. Would be good to get like this background here blurred as well. Blurred the background. Because the front looks really cool. The focus is really on our screen, which is really nice. So let's just kind of keep the focus on the screen and blur the background back here as well. All right, again with this one, I'm just going to pick out straight off. I'm just going to go, again, the audio is just out of balance. It's really nice to have her voice coming in through one side, which is good. Shows she's coming in, Abby's coming in off screen, which is great. But the sound effects are just too overpowering and unbalanced. They're just like, ah! So let's wind down the audio and see if we can get that a bit more in balance. The other thing which is really frustrating about this one, well, not frustrating, just a little unusual about this, is nothing is kind of edging. This one's edging, like the frame edge here. It's like that one's the only one going through it. This poster in the background. It's nice to see that we've got a really cool frame on Omar here. You know, we can look through the background. It's a bit when we set up the colors for this room, don't think we really set them up for Omar in mind because his colors are really so close to the background that it's quite hard to see the separation between the two. Like the table, the water, the a vending machine over this side. That's really cool, and the posters all pop off really nicely. But uh, Omar and Omar's shirt, they are not really that cool. I'm not a big fan. Like I know what went into this, but I'm not a big fan of this leg shape. Leg shape's not really working for me. It's sort of twisted, but sort of not. It'd be great just to straighten that leg shape out. But one thing I really want to fix in this lot is the way that these posters are. These posters, why is this not giving me a new... Oh, there we go. These posters are, and you know, they're just too perfect in the way that they're sitting. I think if you actually put posters in a lunchroom, they wouldn't be kind of eye height when you're sitting down. Most posters would be eye height when you're standing up, so you could see them. So I just like these three especially, 1, 2, 3. I'd like to just push them up so they're out of frame. I don't mind this one, you know, the King of Wings one's kind of nice there, the way it's in there, but yeah, they're not. Just push those posters up. The edge of these seats is also, if we go back just back here, these are just kind of really odd shapes here. I know they're meant to be chairs, but it looks like we're really just missing an edge to them. They're just kind of just blue shapes. It'd be good if we could get some form into them so that they don't just look like blobs on the screen. It's almost the same with this vending machine as well. They're just color blocks which sort of shape up the frame nicely. Like if you look at it, we've got a pretty good shape in here to help focus your attention into Omar up here. Definitely got a big strong color in the middle which is going to draw your eye, which is nice. But yeah, this one and this one are a little bit too bright and distracting away from that. So just these flat colors around the outside, be good to get a bit of form into them. I think outside of that...
Ordered their donuts for breakfast.
A little bit, not quite, I really don't like this sort of shape either. I'd like to get a new hand shape in there and probably just turn his foot as well, because his foot's kind of not really a nice shape. If we turn his foot so it's just sideways and kind of twist that. Another real bonus would be kind of get his cravat moving, because it's really rigid as well. Like I know we got controls on that, so it'd be really cool to see some control on some of that moving. Ooh, that's weird. Let's have a look at that. Yeah. We've got two things in here which are really annoying, which, you know, just in this shot. Watch the way his lips move against his head. It's like they've got a different speed, and his head's got this jitter. It's like his face is just getting a one frame jitter as it's moving across here. See if we can get rid of that. Either hold the pose or get it so it's a smooth move. Oh, I really don't like the way his brow's kind of folding in either.
Oh, sour berries. I was so close to beating the pants off this one-trick paddle-whacking pony.
No,
That line's actually really cool. The only thing I'd really like to see on this line as he's talking, because he's actually quite an expressive character, we don't have a lot to work with, but while he was talking, the one-trick paddle-whacking pony, actually something like some shapes happening around his eyes here. I think his eyes are just that little bit off, but I really like what we've kind of got there for the lips and the mouth. That's
Close
really
to beating
cool.
the pants off this one-trick paddle-whacking pony.
no takers on
Yeah, this would be nice.
these donuts.
Was that just a...
Pony.
No takers on these.
There's just a one frame jump there. There we go, frame 402. There's a jump in his brow. If we can actually get rid of
Mommy's
that, that'd be nice.
donuts.
In here, Abs.
This will probably be a model update thing. I don't know if we'll actually get it done, but his hair here is just kind of a weird shape. You look at this side. This side's really nice, the way he's actually got his nice pointy hair like he has around the edge of his head. But over on this side here, he's got a few just bubbles. They just look like they're just curves. I'm thinking there's something's gone wrong with his head shape. But yeah, if we could kind of clear that out and actually get some pointy hair back in here that matched the edge of his head, that'd be fantastic.
What is this?
Hey, this is the first time we get to hear Abby. In the last episode, she actually didn't say anything. She appeared with her phone, and I love that. I thought that was a great gag where she just goes, I'm not in this episode.
What is this? Special day at No Do Donuts?
Just leave them here.
Oh, yep.
You won't get it, but these are for the end of the day.
So this one, actually, this isn't too bad. I think
What is this?
the sound effects, again, I'm going to have to put another audio cue in here. I did the sound effects for the footsteps, and the putting the icebox down. The SFX are just too loud. They're just too predominant, and they're just standing out to say, they just don't sound like they should be within this scene.
What?
There's something with his elbow and his shoulder, especially at this point. It's just like their timing's not right, and it looks like his elbow's kind of just floating, which I know you can do with this character, but try to, for us, let's try to keep that elbow in line and in time, because especially in this action, it's not working really well. And this hand shape for him at the front, that's like completely backwards. It's like he's got his thumb on his outside of his hand. Let's get a new hand shape in that one. That'd be really nice too.
Special day at No Do Donuts?
Just leave them here.
Especially there, that one's one where you can really see that elbow's not working.
Donuts?
Just leave them here.
We're getting some weird things happening here in his shirt as well. We're gonna have to have a look at that, because his shirt is supposed to be, he's not really moving his shirt. So let's try to kind of wind that down.
You won't get it, but these are for the end of the day.
Why?
Cool, excellent. Yep. Again, hopefully we can get some animation on his cravat, because then that'd just, instead of just being kicked out weirdly, it actually might fall nicely. I really like, if we're talking with the previous shot where I was saying, let's redo the posters. These are actually a better height because they look like they're Abby's height. But oh man, this one especially, it's just really framing her badly. She's just not nice. Maybe what we can do for this particular shot maybe is blur the foreground a little bit. I think we've got these on different layers, so just blur the foreground and just put a soft blur on the background, and maybe reframe these posters just so they're not chopping into the side of her head. That would be so much better. It's cool that we're starting to see the side of this fridge, but I don't think we get to see it all the way. But the front of this fridge, man, it'd be great if we can get something more on that, because that's just flat at the moment.
Day.
Why? Won't they all be gone by lunchtime?
Great.
No.
I think that shot works nice.
Whatever, monkey boy.
No. But the team will need them.
Cool. I think this one works really nice too. This one actually, yeah, these couple of close-ups work quite nicely together. His cravat's not too distracting now. So
What?
at this one it is again. So see if we can straighten that down again and get the posters. Same with the previous shot. Just kind of work on that. The consistency over these shots.
Other monkey
boy.
Ah.
There's something in here which it's been something which bugged me. I'm not
Whatever.
sure if we're going to be able to get it. Just the way that she throws these two boxes up. They're meant to be two boxes. So it'd be great if we could actually separate them mid-air, and she's just kind of thrown them. So instead of just having the two boxes kind of fall together, it'd be great if we can split them and just kind of make it look a little bit more dynamic that something happens with those two
Hey, monkey
boxes.
boy.
Ah, it's gonna be one of those days.
Cool. Okay, I quite like that. The end of that's really quite nice. Most of the, just we need to polish up that sequence and make sure we get some consistency over that. Nice job.
This has never happened.
Aha. Okay, so this is the first time we get to meet Babs. I really like Babs' line. Jules, it was really cool when we came in to record this. It's the first time I've been working with Jules Berry before, who does the voice for Babs. We sent her the script and she said, "Oh, this is the one line I've been practicing." So she came in and we said, "All right, we got ourselves set up," and she just kind of punted this line straight out without a problem. She's just like, "Okay, I've got it. Let's run it." Boom. And one take, she nailed this whole section. It was amazing. But yeah, let's have a look at how it goes.
Ever! You lot of cracked dildos can usually suck dry one unlubricated asshole, but for every last one of you to end up with not a gonorrhea drop? Urgh! I tell you, if I wasn't only paying commission, I would be taking it out of your salary. God damn it! Urgh! I'm so furious! I'm going to the storage room to pop that mega roll of bubble wrap. You lot owe me.
I love that. All right, let's have a look through, just talk through these ones. Like this shot here, great, great. I know we've got static poses on all of these guys, which was fine. It's what I sort of centered, but as a complete bonus, it would be, oh, bonus, probably a thumbs up. It'd be great to just get something happening on her, even if it's just her eyes moving around. Something for her just standing there. She's not paying attention. That's Abby. She's just like, "Oh, I'm here because I have to be." That would be great.
This has never happened, ever!
Oh, we've got no sound effects on that as well. That'd be really cool to get some. We've got the footsteps before, so let's just drop this in for an audio cue. Steps, because that'd be good. That'd help just kind of sell that she's annoyed. If we could do that, that would be fabulous.
This has never happened, ever! You lot of...
Over exaggeration. I love it. This is really cool for her. She's just like, "Rah, rah." Lovely. All right. Then on to the close up. This is really bland. We've got nothing on the board back here. I'm like, these guys haven't been talking or had any sort of meetings. It'd be great to get something on the board. I mean, she's actually working quite good between those two, the framing of the poster and the whiteboard. But well, can we get something on that whiteboard? That'd be
A lot
awesome.
of cracked dildos can usually suck dry one unlubricated asshole, but for every...
Oh, there's just a real slam between the body here. She just goes bonk.
Cracked dildos can usually suck dry one unlubricated asshole.
Yeah, so this one here at 89, frame 89, just her turn is a little bit solid. Can we actually just ease into this final pose that she gets to? That'd be great. Might be really nice as well. I think we got it in the last one here, where her ears are moving. It'd probably just soften her up nicely if we could just use her ears to give her a bit more emotion. I think we've done really well with the eye in this lot, and the action that she does.
Last one of you to end up with not a gonorrhea drop? Urgh!
That's really cool. I like that. Urgh!
I tell you, if I wasn't only paying commission, I would be taking it...
This one's probably an unwanted or an overdone action. I think we just... That one there. This one just comes in really, really quickly. This hand, I think we could lose that completely, and I don't think we'd miss it. I know it's an emphasis one to go with the line as it comes in. Yeah,
Commission, I would be taking...
I would be taking it out, but I mean, she's mirroring the same hand on both sides. So what has she done? Is she started here and pushed it all the way across, which case that's not reading. So I think just get rid of that one. That would be cool.
Taking it out of your salary. God damn it! Urgh! I'm so furious! Taking it out of your salary. God damn it! Urgh!
I think if we could get this Because we did the action back here where she did it really, really nicely. And, oh, yes, there's a bit of cheating happening there, which is fantastic. It worked really, really well with that. If we could repeat it on this frame, if we could repeat that like that multiple hands and kind of get her more frustrated with a bigger move, that would be amazing, just to kind of seal this up nicely.
I'm so furious! I'm going to the storage room to pop that.
Again, with this double action, I think it's just something we've done. It's just kind of like this one and then mirrored with that one. If we could actually just put it all on this one arm rather than having both arms do it, I think that would be more effective. Like it's just like, oh, I'm going to that. I think that would just be clearer and easier to kind of read for the audience.
Storage room to pop that mega roll of bubble wrap.
There's a bit of just a bit of a drift here as well in this left arm at the end. So if we could lock down that and just kind of have
Mega
that.
roll of bubble wrap. You lot.
Oh. And I think we could get rid of her tail here too. I don't think we need to see her tail just in the bottom of the screen.
You lot owe me.
I think you could almost get rid of that hand action as well. I think her face is selling enough of the action of her mood. Like she's really grumpy. I think she could get rid of that hand action completely and just tell it all in the face. We might even be able to frame up a little tighter on her. Just to really push in and just go, "Ugh." Yeah, it's all in her face. Then she could leave a bit quicker too. Because at the moment, I think, boom, yeah, she kind of, boom, boom, boom. She leaves so quickly at the end. If we actually got a tighter frame, then she wouldn't leave quite so quickly. Like 2 frames, she's really out of there.
Well, that was it, guys.
Oh, this is a bit odd, like this framing for the whiteboard, it's kind of just stuck right in the middle of Omar. Can we sort of frame it up so similar to what we had back here, where Babs is acting between the two? I think the framing would be better for Omar here. And again, we've got nothing on this backboard, you know, maybe we can get some doodles or something happening back there, but this is just
We all
bland
wanted
at the
to see what
moment,
would
so-
happen if we all landed zeros for the day. Very proud of us. Enjoy.
Oh,
Pretty happy with that. That little bit from Omar's is really nice.
thought she'd go savage and
Badge.
take a bite out of it.
What was that? How dodgy is that? Oh man, okay. If we could do something with this section here, in the time that we got, man, he just
Savage.
kind of just that donut just pops into his hand. That's really cool. It's really cool, but it'd be nice if he actually could, you know, get his hand in there and get his hand behind the donut to pull it out. If we've got time, that'd be a high prio one. He's also got something weird happening with his ear. See how we've got the line here? Something to keep our eyes on and just make sure that there's no kind of crossovers like that. I'm pretty sure it'd be good to fix it.
It would have been Omar.
Come
My bet was on
only
Badge.
one.
It would have been Omar.
Oh, I think there's probably this one's. I think we can fix this one in edit, but we just chop this, like cut this off, cut this shot a little bit quicker so she doesn't hang on the end here. She just kind of hangs with her hand there. I think if we cut away from it, we don't need to see the
My
action.
bet was on Badge.
Abby, you are brilliant. Yep, no, I think that one's fine.
Should we untie?
It would be really cool if we get some some more audio cues for this one. You know how you get the amazing blink blink blinkety blink.
Should we
Can sort of need something there because I think that joke's not landing. That they're all bewildered by her saying something. I think we need to kind of get that joke to land a bit better. This one's a bit.
Should we untie Indra?
Oh, poor Indra. I love this Indra one. There's not much. It's a little bit. I don't know if we're going to have any time at all to get back to this one, but his feet are just a little flat and plain. That's not really reading like the shackles it's meant to be around his ankles. This highlight, which I think is really nice to see a highlight on him, but it doesn't go with his moves. He's actually moving, and that highlight doesn't move. I think we could almost actually make it darker around the edges here. I think it'd be nice if it was darker, because then we wouldn't have to fill it up with so much junk, because it's supposed to be a storage room with lots and lots of boxes and just stuff back in here. But I don't think we're going to have enough time to really do that one up.
Nah. There's still 5 minutes left in the day. We on time now?
Ooh, yeah.
Minutes left in the day. We on time now? He'll make a sale and ruin our perfect donut.
Hey. All right, this last one, this isn't too bad. Like, these guys are all...
Nah.
I think we could probably chop off a little bit at the head of this, because it's...
Nah.
Yeah, I think there's just a few frames that way at the head we could take off, so he gets a quicker response, so he doesn't have to be sitting there. It's not a lot, but that'll work.
There's still 5 minutes left in the day.
What's going on there? Oh, this box moving. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. That's a little bit weird. See it down here? This box here is going a little bit of a slide. It's like the only move it has, and it's distracting. So the other one is, it'd be great. I think his cuff is going over top the box. There. If we could get either put the cuff behind the box so it doesn't go in front of it, that would be great, because that just it's kind of ruining it.
Now, he'll make a sale and
again, if we can get consistently over these couple of shots, just moving them, it might be easier to move the background so it frames up Omar a little bit better, because he's getting chopped up by that pole in the background. It's just a little distracting.
ruin our perfect donut.
And the perfect donut! I love this finish. I think this finish is really great. I think we've worked up really nicely on that, so that's a big tick. And then we go into our final screen and our credit sequence. So these are the sort of things we go through. Like, these are only little 2-minute productions. I'd love to spend more time on them and actually make them so much better. You know, this is only one review. This is like the only time I'm getting to review these. So it'd be great if I had more time, which is where, you know, our super fans come in handy, because super fans, if you guys like this sort of stuff and you want me to do more of this, I'm quite happy to spend more time on them. But that just comes back to you guys supporting us and getting us some more time, paying for it, you know, buying some of our merchandise which we've got out on the servers. Even just a like and a subscribe would be fantastic. So yes, like, subscribe, share this with friends. Hopefully you've learned something out of this. You can see how much it goes in it. But thanks for watching, and until the next episode, we'll talk to you soon.
Worlds apart. Worlds apart, worlds apart, worlds apart, worlds apart, worlds apart, worlds apart, worlds apart.
Feed these fern lights, worlds apart. Feed these fern lights, worlds